Hi guys, welcome to yet another amazing episode of Off the Cuff, whereby we talk about real, raw and amazing conversations. And today we are shooting from the Old House Resort located along Wayaki Way for all your drinks, food, and if wale watu wanapenda watch ball, this is the place to be and to come. And their foods, their rates are very affordable. Today, we are talking about a very good topic. I know maybe some of you have experienced it or not experienced it, and it's about love. Were you loved when you were a kid? And if not, what was the effect of it? And today we have a very amazing gentleman. A lady, beautiful lady. She goes by the name Shekaina. She is going to introduce herself and tell us how she is. How was Valentine's?
Please don't go there. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Charity Shekaina. I'm a teacher and a lover of kids professionally. Yeah, I love kids.
Oh, you do?
I do.
So you love kids?
I do.
So like kids or grown-up kids?
Kids, preteens, teens, like
that
not
age
adults.
Between 0 to 18.
Yeah, 18, 19 there.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you after sijakuona hii mwaka.
Tangu mwaka ianze.
Sijakuona tangu mwaka ianze, and pia sijakuona better part of last year, right?
Since
May. And it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
So today we are talking about love, getting love as a kid, and the effect of not getting love as a kid. So what does getting love as a kid look like?
Thank you. So I'd say for kids, love is a lot. You know how kids are so easy to impress. Yeah. So it's so easy to love kids. And for kids, love is being heard. Like, I know you heard me, being acknowledged. For example, when they want to tell you something, when they come, they'll know if you are listening or you're just hearing. Yeah. So kids know when they are loved, when you give them your time, you give them attention, you acknowledge their feelings. When they come to you and tell you, for example, if you're either their sibling or their auntie or their mommy, and they come to tell you something that happened to school, instead of telling them, no, that's okay, you can ask them more. Just leave them, what happened? How did you feel? Are you still hurt? Is it okay? So for kids, it's being heard, being listened, being acknowledged, me knowing that I am protected. You see how kids say, me, I'll tell my daddy when I go home, I'll tell my mommy you did this. Like, they know they are protected. So love for kids is generally that.
Oh, that's amazing. I've never thought of it like that. And the kids are so... I've actually seen it because I've seen it with someone, and I think the kid grew up in an environment where people were shouting. So if you shout at him or you look like you want to shout, he
responds.
Yeah, he gets shocked, and you see I'm a freeze actually. Yeah. So how does getting or not getting love affect us when we grow up?
So getting love and not getting love for a kid is so, like, I'd say getting love is so important, because now when they're kids, that's the foundational stage. Like, that's where their mind is getting everything. and everything they are getting is the foundation. So if you giving me lollies every day is love, I'll take that as love. If you listening to me every day is love, I'll take that as love. But if I'm coming home, I tell daddy or mommy something and they're like, it's okay, we'll talk about it later, and you never talk about it ever again, they'll grow up knowing no matter how I tell you what I want to tell you, nobody will ever acknowledge what I want to see. So I'd say getting love for a kid is so important because that's the foundational stage. And the good thing with kids is their mind grows with what they get. So what you feed them, their mind is so tiny by then, and it's so like a little bit, not very empty,
But
it's,
fragile,
yeah. So
yeah.
whatever it receives, it stores. Whatever it receives, it stores. So when you give them love, they know mommy loves me, daddy loves me, my siblings love me. If you remember when we were kids and maybe, well, we didn't, I know both of us don't have like older siblings, but you had an elder like cousin, and when something happened, I have this cousin of mine, like we used to go to the same school, and if someone will do something to me, like I just knew, me I'm going to tell on you, like I'm going to tell on you, and he will make sure, like he will make sure he goes to that person and let them know that they were not supposed to do that. So he gave me that sense of, you know what, I'm protecting you, and if anything happens to you, you can tell me. So love is important to kids because it's the foundation. What you give them is what they grow with. It grows, and kids know when they're loved. Kids know. Sometimes we think they just don't see it, but they do see it. And the same way, they know when they are not loved. They see it, they feel it, they hear it with how you talk to them, how you act around them, how you treat them, how you look at them. Sometimes a kid will just look at you and they'll be like, why are you looking at me with those mean eyes? Because they see it, and sometimes we don't give it attention because you're like, it's not even mean eyes. That's just my husband. But no, those are mean eyes. They're not kind eyes. But when you look at them with love, they will know. They will know you love me. So not getting love affects kids so much because that's when you tend to isolate yourself. You know you're not loved. You tend not to speak your issues out, and you keep them inside. You're used to keeping them inside. If someone hurts you at school, I think we've had of these cases where a kid will be hurt at school and they won't tell their mommy, they won't tell their daddy, they won't tell their auntie, they won't tell anyone until one day you realize your kid is not okay, and this is like later. Why? Because they knew. They noticed the first time, the second time, the third time, and it's affected them as they've grown. And when they get to like now being adults, that's now when it explodes. But kids know. I think the important thing to know is that kids know and they notice.
So how do adults who did not receive love when they were growing up, what are the struggles they face?
Well, I think now the funny part about that is many people don't get to relate that to not getting love. Most of them, like for now, for instance, those people who like struggle with these issues, most of them, they won't relate it to what they went through when they were younger or how they were being treated. They just think it's something that happened in between. But nothing comes out of nowhere. Like something always starts from somewhere. So for you like to act how you're acting, you don't want people, well, I wouldn't say not wanting people around you,
but it's true also.
Feeling like you're not being acknowledged, you are not being seen. Sometimes even people see you, but you just feel like you guys are not seeing me, you guys are not listening to me. I'm speaking out, but you guys are not listening to me. And then to others, it goes to the extent where like it's just in their mind. Others will say it like, no, you guys just don't listen to me. But others, it's just in their mind. They won't even do anything. Do you know, like, we actually have people who don't chase their dreams, don't do anything about their life because they feel like nobody will acknowledge that, nobody will support them, nobody's at their back to tap it, nobody is seeing them. So it started from like way back. They knew nobody was there to tap their back, nobody acknowledged their efforts, nobody appreciated them. So because it started from way back, even now, like it's grown into something big, and now it's affecting their life because nobody wants, like they don't want to put effort even in their families, some even in their families, some even at work. Like they'll just do the bare minimum because they know, boss hataona. So they just do the bare minimum and stop at it. So I'd say it affects the adults because now the quality of your work the quality of what you deliver, the quality of you as a person. Because the good thing is that we always know when we are doing and we are giving our best. And you'll always know when this is just the bare minimum. So I'd say it affects the adults mostly when the quality of your work is not something that you'll look at and you'll feel like, I did so nice, I did so well, I'm so proud of myself. And then others don't just take the initiative. They don't take the initiative. They don't want to do anything. There's no motivation to do anything. They feel like they're not being seen, they're not being heard, they're not being supported. And it's a bad thing. So I think realizing that it started from way back and having people who will walk with you that journey actually helps, because the first solution to your problem is knowing the problem. Because when you know the problem was me not getting love, I wouldn't want my kids to maybe go through the same way. So instead of you giving the bare minimum to your family because you feel like this is just what I received, I might feel like nobody will acknowledge that, my wife won't do that, maybe the kids are not seeing me. Just try it and then see. And sometimes I think just communicate. Don't let it remain in your mind. Just say it out. If you want people to compliment, if you have friends, I was telling some of my male friends, like, it's good to tell your friends you need them to compliment your work. Like, guys, you guys have seen my video and I did such an amazing work. You saw what I did with the web. Please just tell me I did so well. I'ma go and review my page. Instead of just sitting there and you're like, it's okay, I don't do that with my bros. It's okay, those who will see my work, they'll appreciate. But you still need people to appreciate your work. So I'd say with adults, that's it. Yeah.
So do people ever heal from this?
Of course. I feel like, I feel nice talking about it because it's a thing that I wouldn't say like I've gone through it, but it's something that I've also been intentional about. Healing is very, very possible. Number one, this first process of healing is acknowledging, like, you just know I'm not okay, and this was the reason. Like, I know maybe people never acknowledged me. Some people, they know when you come home, maybe your parents will choose the other siblings, they wouldn't choose you. If they need someone to send, they will send the others, they wouldn't send you. When mommy maybe comes home with candies, she'll give the others. You see, kitambo, maybe some parents walikuanga maybe akikuja na kitu tu moja kwa handbag, and then ataita mtoto mmoja bedroom and then give them. So others, you know, sometimes parents don't even notice it. They just feel like, napenda huyu. But then kids notice. So I would say the first step is acknowledging that this is the reason that I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. I feel like I've been hurt and I'm carrying with me some pain and some bitterness, and I just want to let go. And I will speak as a Christian. As a Christian is once you've acknowledged it and you just tell God, I need you to help me in this. You tell him you want him to help you with it, and you let it out. You know, sometimes as Christians we tell God, I want you to help me, but then you want to help him with his work. Like, God, nataka unisaidie, but I need to go through this process. Nataka nitafute, what is it called? Nitafute these people who people go to. Therapist. Utafute therapist, umeenda therapy, imekataa, unatafuta hii na hii, you've talked to people, umeenda spa, umeenda meditation, una feel like you're trying to help God, but then umesahau, you told him to help you, but then you're trying to help him with his work that he should be doing seamlessly, because he's actually the one who knows where he needs to help you with. So asking God to just like help you heal from it and to help you forgive the people that hurt you, because even with not getting love, there are people who you know very well, they did not give you love and you wanted that love. Those people who neglected you, those people who discriminated you, those people who like will set you aside. Sometimes it's not just at home, even at school. Kids see how their friends treat them, how their teachers treat them, and that's why like I'm always so careful with what I say around my students.
Words,
exactly. What you say, how you say it, your tone. Sometimes it's not even what you say, it's how you say it. They'll be like, wait, why did you do that? So forgiving the people that you know were part of the pain that is in you, and just asking God to like help you is the burden. Because when you ask him, he of course does. and it gets better with time. And with time, you'll realize that you don't even struggle with love anymore. Then, if it's something that you really wanted, you can start step by step doing it. For example, if as a kid, you were never acknowledged, or you never had someone to express your feelings to, you can be someone who you allow kids to express. If you're not yet a parent, you can allow kids to express themselves around you. If you've become a parent already, allow your kids to express themselves. When they come with questions from school, lead them. Don't just answer. Remember when kids come from school and just you ask them, how was school? They'll be like, good. Wameenda play. But then when they come home from school and you just ask them, what was the most amazing thing today, or what stood out for you today, they will give you stories. They'll give you stories, and then you continue asking leading questions, and they end up telling you like just amazing things that are out of this world. So you can start by being what you wanted to others, because that's also a major thing in healing. When you realize you never had people to support you, you support others. When you realize you never had people to see you, you see others and compliment them. When you wanted people to just see you and be like, hey, SG, you did so nice. I loved how you washed the dishes. Tell someone that, because when you tell them that, it heals a part of you that needed that.
All right. So I know you've mentioned kidogo, but just as we wrap up, probably what role do parents play in their kids' life?
That is so cute. Well, I'm not a parent. Disclaimer. Oh, she's talking and
you're
out
talking
of
like
experience.
a parent. But I think also you're a parent by association, because you're ever with these kids.
I get called mommy a number of times. You know, when kids come to me and they're like, mommy, I'm like, no, you're not mommy. So I'd say the role that parents have is to love their kids genuinely, authentically, with the whole of them. Don't give your child half love. Don't let your child second guess your love for them, because kids know when I know mommy will choose their work over me. Kids know. So love them wholly. You know your child more than anyone else, and if you don't take time to know them, take time to ask them. So loving your child isn't just like going for vacations and all that, but it's spending time with them, talking to them, wanting to know about them. Apart from like you telling them about you, wanting to know about them, about their little life. Because sometimes I think parents tend to underrate their children, and their kids just have a lot to say. So as a parent, just love your child wholly. Let your child know, I'm going to mommy, and when they're going to mommy, let them anticipate going home. Because when I know mommy will hear me, when I know I'm going to get hugs, when I know mommy will do this and this and this, I will look forward to going home, because I'm going to laugh. And there's nothing so cute like just knowing a child. Like you see with kids, it's always written all over their face. When they are loved, you'll see it. When they're struggling with it, you'll also notice. So for parents, don't allow even a tiny thing to let your kid second guess your love for them. Whether it's work, whether it's your endeavors, your day-to-day activities, don't allow anything to come between you and your child. Let them know that I'm my mommy's number one. Even if they're siblings, they will know, because they always know mommy loves us all equally. Some notice when their mummies give more love to others. So just love them with how they want to be loved. If they want to be cuddled a little bit, cuddle them. If you feel like
that's so cute.
if you feel like you need to do something else, you can explain to them, because they understand. Kids understand. You can just ask them, now we need to do something else. Do you mind if mommy does something else, then you cuddle later? They won't mind, because they also know mommy needs to work. So give them what they need. And it's not about like giving them everything. But do they know that when I need something, I can tell mommy without having to think about it? Because sometimes, hey, before ulize kitu, maybe you had to like call yourself for a
Yeah.
meeting.
Learn the
Is
words.
this even basic? Itakubaliwa kweli.
Yeah.
So when kids know that me, I can tell mommy anything, anytime. You won't even struggle with their preteen age and their teenagehood, because yes, I know teens are hard to like handle, but when that friendship has been there from like a young age, at kama they won't tell you everything, they will give you hints, or they'll tell you the basics. So just love them in their love language. You'll notice when they're growing, you'll notice your child loves cuddles, they love to be touched, they love tiny gifts, they love this and this and this. Love them, acknowledge their efforts. Whoa, acknowledge their efforts. When you ask them to bring maybe your shoes or your handbag, don't just tell them thank you. You tell them how you love, how kind they are, or how supportive, or how they help you with your work at home, or how they make your work easier, or how they have superpowers and they just make everything in your life easier. And they're like, tomorrow, the following day at school, they'll be like, do you know I'm my mommy's superpower? I'm my mommy's superhero. And they'll work with that, knowing that I'm my mommy's superhero and I'm always helping her and she also helps me. And my mom is also a superhero. Man, so yeah.
Hey, after this episode, bring those kids, guys, because
Please bring them all.
I feel so ready to have a kid, by the way.
What? Cool down. Cool down.
Like it is such an eye-opening conversation. I think it's a conversation we really need to have.
Yeah, we
because
do.
most of the time we don't really have it, and that is why people have childhood traumas. You find mtu hata haizi kuongelesha because he was not. Every time he tried to say something, he was told, you know, Baba, shut up. You know, what are you saying? Yeah. So I think it's something that we really need to appreciate and also embrace as upcoming mothers and also mothers. I know even my producer is learning.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, he knows how to treat his baby. And thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Shakarina, for coming.
You're welcome.
It's always nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're such an amazing friend. You see those friends you can always count on. Hey,
Please
Kwabi,
do.
just come.
Please do.
Yeah, it's always nice to have you, and we will do again and again and again and again. Why are you looking at me like that? Yes, we will call you here.
You can
Next
talk
time,
about
sister.
something. Well, hata imepotea. Oh, I wanted to say, even the Bible states how love is the greatest. Kuna hii verse yenye inasema faith, hope, love, abide. But the greatest of them all is love.
Let me tell you something interesting. There was a woman who came before you. We had an interview before, and he ended the show with that verse.
Wow,
Yeah,
such a coincidence.
it's such a coincidence. I think it's something I need to go back and read that verse and listen to it. When I hear something, a lot of the times I tend to, sit down and listen to it. Yeah, and go through it and know what God was trying to communicate to me. Yeah, so thank you so much for coming. Actually, we are wrapping up season 1. We are going to season 2, and it's going to be an amazing. Yani season 1 imekuwa fiti, imekuwa amazing, but season 2 is going to be hotter. You're not ready for this. We have so much lined up for you, and great things are coming up. So stay tuned. Remember to share, subscribe, and of course leave a comment. Thank you.